All right, I'm here with David Thompson. David, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Charlie.
Been a while. So here we are, Lifetime Fitness Triathlon, and this is a big race for you. It's your hometown event, right?
It is a big race for me. A lot of local fan support, a lot of triathletes that know me, so it's a good event for me, and it's fun to race at home and sleep in my own bed the night before.
Yeah, that is nice. You don't have to worry about all the travel and
don't bring
shipping
your
bike.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a pain. But so tell us about this race. I would assume this is a peak event for you. You're probably well rested and ready to go.
It is a peak event. You know, in Minnesota it's hard to train in the winter, so July is, you know, basically I've had some good months to ride my bike outside, you know, run in good weather. So it's peak season for me. Some of the other guys have gotten ready a little sooner if they're coming from Australia or warmer climates.
Well, then tell me about how do you prepare for a big event like this? Is it a long taper? Do you just take a few days of rest? How do you typically prepare?
I've kind of done like a 2-week taper, but I you know, was preceded obviously with a lot of work before it.
Right.
And say for other years where maybe I've had an injury or things like that, my taper is shorter because I basically hadn't put in the work leading up to it. But this year I've recovered from my injuries that I had the previous year, and so I was able to get in the big weeks of training in March, April, May, so that I can rest now.
Good, good. So I know your strength is the bike.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about your strategy, if you could. Just do you go out there? Do you hit the bike hard from the gun and take it hard all the way through and just kind of see what happens on the run, or is there any strategy?
I mean, I've done this race a few times now. And unfortunately, I'm not biking as fast as I was in like 07 and 06. I had a hernia last year, and for whatever reason, it's, you know, the magic isn't there yet.
Right.
But the good news is I'm running faster than I have before, and also swimming a little faster. So I'm going to be a little more even this year. So hopefully, you know, I'm going to be down on Andy because he's one of the fastest swimmers in the sport. So if I can kind of neutralize basically the race coming into the run, that would kind of be my plan.
Yeah, that's good. So going back to the bike, I know you've been to the wind tunnel before with Gear West. I think MIT, right?
Yep, correct.
So tell me a little bit about that. Has that really helped you out? Does it help refine your position on the bike?
It does. You can overanalyze every nitpicky thing. Sometimes you just have to ride your bike, but it does help you figure out little things like you know, where to put your goo, where to put your water bottles. Is it worth, you know, lowering my stem, putting the extra spacers in or not, for, you know, whether it's paying off or not. So yeah, it does help a lot.
So for the average age grouper who's watching this, what do you say? I mean, what can they do to improve their position, go a little bit faster?
I think the biggest thing is you're the biggest part of the equation. So flexibility, basically, and which comes with being in shape, are your biggest things to then be able to make your position more aggressive. And so in a sense, there wasn't too many things that were counterintuitive, but you have to be able to tolerate, you know, stretching your lower back, your hamstrings, your glutes, in order to hold that position comfortably for 40K.
Sure, makes sense. So finally, I want to talk to you about power, because I know you train with a power meter. Will you use a power meter on race day to monitor your output, or do you just go by feel?
I go by feel, but I'll have it in front of me so I don't stare at it. Maybe people who are doing longer races will try and monitor basically their calorie output, you know, during the race. But during the race, it's more me against the competitors, and what they do I have to react to, and what I do they may have to react to. So after the race, it's nice to see what you've done, so you can kind of maybe adjust your training.
Sure, sure. But for the most part, it's intuitive, and you go by your gut.
Go by your gut, yeah.
Good.
I mean, sometimes it's nice if you look at it and you see a big number, you know, it's like, oh, I'm going really fast, let's keep going.
That's right, yeah. It feeds the ego.
Yeah,
a little bit.
exactly.
That's great. Well, listen, good luck. Thanks for being
you,
in the interview, and kick some butt tomorrow.
Good, thank you.
Take care.